What's going on, guys? It's KUEI here, and very uncomfortable. Let's have a talk, guys. LIN Tower released. I cannot get my mic to just stay put. Stay put. It's the second version of the LIN Tower. One that people don't remember, or they try to remove it from their memory. They try to pry it out. They try to carve it out of their skin. And honestly, you're better off getting a lobotomy than having to play through the LIN Tower second version. But it dropped. So, it's time, right? Let's have a look at it. Let's have a look at this bullshit. So, here's what it looks like on the front, which, by the way, amazing aesthetic. Looks great. Tower was updated, actually, the design. It doesn't have gray on the background. It actually looks like a blue, nice tint to it. Which, I mean, yeah, when it comes to looks, this looks amazing. But then you go look at the rewards, and it's packing no punches. The only thing that they did add recently, which is good, is a random diamond. Because at least, you're guaranteed a random diamond or a SubZero character. Because before, when this tower first dropped, all you got was a random SubZero character. Which, people were not happy since you were guaranteed an epic with the first version of the LIN Tower. So let's actually talk about my opinion on the LIN second version. So firstly, why did this drop? Why did developers think that LIN was the tower we wanted? Okay, so they hosted a little bit of a survey on Twitter. They had one of the Realm Warriors, which if you aren't aware what the Realm Warriors are, they are selected individuals who they just want to be a part of like this higher level in the community where they can host surveys. They shout them out directly, and these people make content typically. Sometimes they don't. It's just whoever they feel deserves the Realm Warrior tag. Obviously, I'm not going to be on that tag, and I don't really care. But with this tag, there was someone who hosted a survey, and they had like Dark Queen's Twisted Tower and whatnot in this survey, and LIN Tower won. Now, I'm not entirely sure why LIN Tower won, since we already had like 60 days of the normal version, like a couple months prior, but it did. Here's the problem. They never said which version of the LIN Tower they were going to drop. They just said LIN Tower won this survey. And then they do this. They drop the second version. And I feel like if they showed this tower off to the people in the poll and said, "Hey, do you want this tower?" people would not have voted it. So it's a little bit of a scam, rip-off, to not mention it. It's not a scam, but it is a little bit of a misleading type deal there. With this in mind, we are still going to be playing LIN Tower since it's revamped. And back when I first played it was 2020, I think. Like two or 3 years ago. Which is a long time ago, and my content sucked. And let me be real, I was trying to like get those videos done in class. I remember it was difficult. That's why none of those videos were edited too. It was not a good time. But now we get a fresh experience through the LIN Tower second version. The random diamond can be practically anything, since Nightwolf and Scorpion are both in there. I'm talking about MK1 Scorpion, so it actually could be anything. And we're using Jade because I like my Jade. Ooh, 2 speed stacks. Goodbye. Friggin' love Jade. Why? Who wouldn't love this girl? Who wouldn't? So let's get up to fight 10. Because do you actually want to see me fight like the normal battles? So let's get up to fight 10 and I'll be back. Okay, we made it up to boss 10. Now the question is, should you play LIN Tower? The answer is probably not. With there being no guaranteed epic whatsoever, why wouldn't you just farm the crypt? The crypt exists for a good reason. And I feel like nowadays I can recommend to new players to not have to make it through an entire tower just to get one epic piece, to just wait for the crypt to drop it. because you know the crypt is eventually going to drop whatever you're looking for, and then you can get 1 copy or 2 copies of it, compared to having to grind an entire tower. The only issue with that is that it's like a rotating thing, the crypt is, and if you miss it, then you have to play or not, so you have to wait a long time for it to come back. Man. No, so Classic Jade and Classic Smoke are both just amazing with Shang Tsung because of that freaking special attack 1 damage. It's amazing. Whose victory stance is it gonna be? Ooh! What's he pointing at me for? Put your finger down. Did I change the victory stance? Because that is uncalled for. Do not point at me, you little... Let's go change his victory stance, because that was not cool. Not cool, Shang Tsung. Not cool. Go back. But yeah, that's it for this video, guys. I don't want to play boss 30. I know I could because the next refresh is coming up very soon, but I don't want to. I no wanna. So the question is, can you drop an epic from this tower? And the answer is yes. And I keep seeing people posting epics, which I mean, like, cool, man. You know, it's the same thing as, like, can you get a Porsche or can you get a Ferrari at 19 years old? The answer is yes, you can, but at the same time, not all of us can do that. It's luck-based. It is luck-based. No skill required. And with that in mind, that wraps up today's video. I just wanted to cover the Lin Kuei Tower and whether you should play it, and also my disappointment. What I want to see from MK Mobile in the future is them to clarify what version of towers they're going to be bringing back, and also I want them to make the surveys contain more towers to pick from. Dark Queen's Twisted Tower, are you kidding me? Choose something a little bit more fresh. Tower of Horror, Shoryu Tower. I know we just had Shoryu, but like, people are never tired of Shoryu. People want it no matter what. Even with the revamp, people still want that tower at all times. A Denian Tower, things like that. Put those in the survey, and you'll see people talk about it more. And Cold Tower too. You guys already revamped Cold Tower, so it's ready to go. I know Cold Tower is probably going to drop anyways, but I just wanted to give my 2 cents on this whole survey system. I think it's a great way of gauging our feedback and letting us decide what comes next. And I'm a huge fan of that, by the way. I'm a huge fan of letting us pick what comes next, especially character-wise. But you just need to be a little bit more diligent with it and take a little bit more time to expand upon it to make it better for the community. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you did enjoy, make sure you like and subscribe. But let me just give a big shout out to my YouTube members. We have Lazarus Gaming, Bagor, Goku, Orion, Owner, Chenia, Aiden, Giuliano, MK God, Jeremy, Oliver, JD Fur, Warlord, JDB, Legend Stone, Sammy, Titan Beast, Tolga, Mr. Dragon, Stan Marsh, Tushar, Katana, Plain Punch, Jeff, Fitzmagic, Massive Cool, Ken, and MK Fire. Thank you all for being YouTube members, and welcome to the new members. Keep in mind, I won't forgive them. No 5.2.1 and no MK1 SubZero. We're still going to be waiting 2 to 3 months for either one of those things. And yeah, peace out.